Hello? Hey, I'm the host of this show, and I want to make sure you understand where you are. This is one of the rawest shows on the planet. That throwback after dark adults only shit. Front porch, card table, slick mouth shit, hood shit. You gon' hear so many hoes, and variations of that your head gon' spin. So if you don't like that type of shit, don't get comfortable. And no love lost. The streets safe for everybody. That's why they made sidewalks. Viewer discretion is absolutely advised.
You are listening to
Milagro, baby. Milagro Grams. International Nino. Mia. Nigga Millie.
My sister Milagro Grams is in the building.
I love Mob Radio.
Millie from Mob Radio.
Mia.
Because
me, you, and Milagro.
How you know about Milagros?
Mike Epps has apologized to Nicki Minaj. And it wasn't worth a damn. Let me tell you that here and now. We are only human. So sometimes we say things that offend people, you know, and we have to be accountable for that and apologize. You know, I have said some things that have hurt a couple of people's feelings. You know that. So, I have had to, I see you, baby. I have had to, you know, be accountable for the things that have come out of my mouth. I have a very reckless fucking mouth. What the fuck does that mean? I say whatever the fuck comes into my mind, and my mind is a really silly place. And so sometimes I say things and have come from a place where, you know, I was talked too hard. So some shit that I say may not be a big deal to me, but to somebody else it might be like, oh my God, I can't believe that you said that. So I have been in situations where I've had to apologize because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You know, it doesn't matter what you meant. It's how they felt. Okay, cool. Well, Mike Epps and the shit that he did, I'm not feeling how the whole thing went down. Mike Epps did a little comedy special or did a stand-up special. And he made this disgusting reference to Nicki Minaj. And I didn't like the joke because I told y'all it felt rapey to me. What the fuck is rapey? That's not even a word. Well, he basically said that Nicki Minaj was basically getting a train ran on her by Trump and others in his party. And that she was over there performing head and shit like that and all of that. And because I feel like she would not take up with those men, that anything like that happening would be against her will. And the whole thing was just perverse to me. So I guess that's why I just concluded that it felt rapey to me, because in what scenario would Nicki Minaj be in a predicament to get a train? And think about, that's multiple men having sex with her. The whole thing to me was dark. I did not like it. It was not funny to me. And I feel like, bitch, I have a great sense of humor, and I feel like my sense of humor can kind of go to these other places sometimes. Even for me, the shit was not funny. And I was just looking like, child, what? And then when somebody checked him in the audience, like, child, nah, not too much on Nicki. He said, fuck Nicki and fuck you too. I'm doing my stand-up. I don't give a damn. So a complete disregard for what it was. So I'm going to play the clip.
A bitch that look like she played tennis. This nigga's gonna be a bitch. Nicki Minaj out there getting a motherfucking train ran on her by Donald Trump now. They got her on there getting head and everything. She done fucked around, jumped on Donald Trump's side trying to get a free card, and the card wasn't even real. Bitch, you ain't going nowhere. Get on back over there. Shut up, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you, Nicki. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
So someone said, you got Nicki fucked up. He said, shut up, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you, Nicki, or nobody else.
I'm just up here telling jokes. I don't really know what I'm talking about either, ho.
And see, yesterday when we talked about it, that was an odd comment to make. I don't even really know what I'm talking about. I'm just up here doing, are you niggas being directed to tell her down? What the fuck you mean you don't even know what the fuck you talking about? You just saying crazy shit about her. Anyway, we got into that yesterday. I'm just showing you what he said. Today, he has apologized.
What's up, y'all?
And what did his apology include? This man then got up here talking about, I'm sorry to Nicki Minaj, her husband, and her kids. Nicki got one son. These bitches are her sons, but they're her motherfucking stepsons. And we didn't already disown them bitches. So she got one son. This nigga talking about he's sorry to the kids. He said he don't really like explaining himself. He not explaining himself. But he had some liquor and he was just kind of talking crazy. This was the most disingenuous bullshit ass apology I've heard all month.
That's your man Mike Epps. Y'all know I'm Mr. Accountability. You know, I say stuff and do stuff and then I go to bed, wake up the next morning and, you know, being prayed on and thought about it. Just want to apologize to you, Nicki Minaj, for saying the stuff that I said. Want to apologize to your husband, your kids, all of that for saying what I said. You know, I'm a comedian. Sometimes I get on that stage, you know, I have a little drink and I go wild. You know what I mean? I'm non-filtered, so just want to apologize to you. Not explaining myself, but I am Mr. Accountability. I love apologizing. Something a lot of people don't know how to do. Apologize to you, Nicki.
How do y'all feel about that? Now, I see a comment that says, the joke didn't bother me because I understand comedy. Plus, I can separate my likeness of her and the artistry of comedy. I've heard worse. Let me tell you something. I can appreciate that viewpoint, and this is what I want to say. I like to think I'm that way as well. I just don't think that that's a true representation of what he did. What was the joke that he told? I felt like he literally was just taunting her and kind of like talking about her because that's what people are doing right now. I didn't feel like it was a part of a comedy set. I didn't feel like there was a punchline. I just felt like it was somebody being fucking ugly and saying something crass. What do you think about that? Because I'm the same person that says I miss the fucking award shows where people would get up and do they want to and they make fun of people in the audience and we talk about current events. I'm one of the people that says we should be able to shoot the shits about what's happening in the world. I just don't understand what that was though. I see some people saying, I wonder what made him apologize. The Barbz. The Barbz. Okay. He said her last name being Minaj and being in the White House. The White House amongst those guys, I guess. But he didn't even make a joke about a play on her name. I felt like the shit was just an attack on her. But I can see your point of view too. So if you weren't bothered, I get it. But just for me personally, I didn't like it. I just felt like it was another fucking attack from somebody in the industry. To me. I think that Mike Epps has skeletons in his closet. And that with the way that the Barbz move, that maybe he apologized because he didn't want that to become the topic of discussion. You know how the Barbz do. Oh, what did you say? Let's go pull your receipts. So, last but certainly not least, the white people have gone rogue against Sean Carter. Yesterday, we was on the after show when we happened upon this little clip. So here it is again, because I want y'all to see what's going on so that when shit start changing, y'all understand that we've been there the whole goddamn time. So Piers Morgan, the person who had Jaguar right up there running his mouth, had Megyn Kelly up there. And Megyn Kelly then went all the way out. She said, why the fuck is Jay-Z given an opportunity to give us halftime talent? He another problem. And then she said the weirdest shit. She said, don't even get me started on his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. You say Jay-Z got a friendship with Jeffrey Epstein? You mean Harvey Weinstein or you mean Jeffrey Epstein? Who? What did you say? Let's take a listen to the clip.
Over ICE. He doesn't want illegals deported from this country. Well, too bad, because the majority of Americans do want that and are not shy about pushing for it, and that's why President Trump got elected. So he and his little buddies over at Green Day never miss a chance to bash the United States of America. He got selected because Jay-Z, for some reason, has got the choice over who performs at our Super Bowl, who's another problem. Don't even get me started on his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. Why is he choosing who's appropriate for American children to watch during our seminal sporting event? And I'm sorry, Piers, but to get up there and perform the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America. Who gives a damn that we have 40 million Spanish speakers in the United States?
Who gives
we have
a shit?
310 million who don't speak a lick of Spanish. This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos.
Put fucking Latinos in the chat now.
Not for one small group, but for the country. We feature English-speaking performers at the quintessentially American event of the Super Bowl. We do Michael Jackson. We do Whitney Houston. We do great bands that love America, like American rap. That's a different situation. This guy, who can't stand the country, comes out and starts speaking in Spanish, and I'm sure the people in South Florida really enjoyed it. The people in an American territory, Puerto Rico, really enjoyed it. But the people in the heartland had no idea what the hell was happening.
Put a one in the chat if you're from the heartland.
This is a guy who loves to parade around in a dress, who again hangs out with Jay-Z and his Epstein-loving pals, who gets up there when he's not bashing America with his pals at Green Day, who are from the far left People's Republic of California, who have never missed a chance to rip on Trump, MAGA, half the country, or ICE, and that's something they share with Bad Bunny. That's not representative of what the heartland wants to see. And the heartland always gets the middle finger from people like Jay-Z, like Roger Goodell, who should know better, but he's a panderer who runs the NFL. Christian nation, we're still a Christian nation, and what we want is somebody up there to celebrate how freaking special this country is, not a bunch of people who can't stand us, and over what? Over our desire to get illegal immigrants who are raping and molesting our children out of our country.
Child, she said the illegals is raping the kids. Oh, Lord. So here goes the big question. Will there be a threat of a lawsuit for what she said? Because I think that what she said was more harmful than what Jaguar said, because people find her to be a more credible source than Jaguar. There are many more people that I believe would believe or follow along with what Megyn Kelly said than a Jaguar Wright. And I think that she would appeal to a completely different audience than what a Jaguar Wright would have. So why does the woman with mental health issues get threatened, but not someone accusing you outright of being friends with Jeffrey Epstein? We understand the implications of that, don't we?